Afternoon, people. God, I'm making videos today. Don't know whether I'll keep them all, but certainly making them. A bit breezy though. Yep, just picking up something that blew over. The old sprayer. Anyway, heading out to the garage, and what are we? Oh, yeah, going to be doing having a look at reskinning the door that I got, a wardrobe door. And where am I going to put it? That is a question. I'll need to get a little bit of tidying up done here. It's not very big, which is fortunate. So I'm actually just going to, this is a bit of a trial run, but I've got you on the magnetic base, and I'm just going to see how well that works. So don't know where you're pointing, but you can have a look at the back of me in my unshaven state. That's the benefit of not having too many mirrors in the house. I don't get to look at myself. Right. Alrighty then. I got a notification. I'll actually have to look it up. It was saying about the sharpening jig that I've bought. Said it's on its way and should be delivered in X number of days, and I didn't actually take any notice of when that actually was. But that'll be a good thing, because what I want to do is, I've got this blade here. It's out of the guillotine that you may have seen me just moving off the table, and I want to see how well it sharpens that. The logic was, and I mentioned it in a separate video, that the item itself, the tool, isn't that expensive, and the postage from America was almost the same amount. In fact, pretty much a 50-50 split, as it turns out. And normally I balk at that sort of thing, and I think, oh, geez, I can't really justify spending that amount of postage on an item that's not that expensive. But I looked at it this way, and it's a rationalisation. If I took my time, I'd have to take that out quite a considerably way out to a specialist sharpening company. And that alone would be a pain in the butt. And then pay for it to be sharpened, then go out again to get it and come back. So that would probably be more than the postage for this item. It's one of those sharpening system jigs, you put it in the drill press, and it's got a disc, and it's got the Velcro, the hook and loop attachment for the sanding discs. And I thought, well, just one sharpen of that blade, again, travel to and from, well, it's petrol and time. Time I can write off, but petrol I have to pay for, and for getting it sharpened. If this jig does as good a job as I want, it's paid for the postage. And I've still got it to sharpen all my plane blades and chisels, etc., which over the years I've lost the knack of sharpening properly. So I think it'll be a good thing to have the sharpening jig. I've wanted it for a while, but I've held off because I saw what the price was, and I was thinking, oh, I'm not paying that for that. It was not. Yeah, anyway, so that was the rationale. And sometimes we have to come up with, justification or a rationale so that we can get over the threshold sort of thing, or the line to spend that money. I did the same with that thing up there. It was probably one of the most expensive things I've ever paid postage on. But again, I want it, it's cheaper still, even after you add the postage on, than an alternative competitor. And I'm thinking it's a good quality one. It's probably mid to upper end. It's not the top end, not by a long shot. It's not, definitely not, but it's still mid to high end router lift. And the postage on that was extortional. Anyway, let's go get this. Did I park the van back? Yeah. Let's go get this door and have a quick look at it and see whether I'm going to be able to get the skin of it off. It's on the other side. Yeah, if we can do this job and get it back to the house in a timely fashion, yeah, it will be a good thing. It's got an internal rail. You're on a bit of an angle, people. I'll show you in a moment. I had you all on an angle, so I did. But yeah, it's not a big unit, but look at that, would you? This is the size of my hand. I've got a fairly big hand, and it's obviously that someone just smacked it. Well, it must have hurt, because that's not thin. You're bloody lucky you didn't hit the rail, because there's a rail going right through there. Little shit. And this. So whatever. Yeah. So now to send that out and get it reskinned at a joiner's, it's going to cost a bit. And after all, it's a shitty little job. So why would anyone really willingly want to do that? So, Jesus, that fell off. Yeah, I can see why. Anyway, we'll get an attempt to. I'm just trying to screw the screw out there. We'll get this underway, and then I'll turn yours off and carry on. But I just wanted to, do a little bit of something a little bit different, a little bit constructive. I've had a lot of sideways work in the workshop of late, unfortunately, trying to get things ready, and that's starting to get there. We'll be able to. Oh man, it's one of those square nuts, and of course, square nuts have got sharp edges. Yeah, once we get this done, we'll be able to get back into doing that storage unit. Oh God, that's hard on the skin. Ooh, now I'll put yours down, because that was hurting. So have a look at something over yonder. In fact, I'll put you down on something metal. That's better. I don't want you falling over. I'll be back with you, don't worry, I haven't left you. Yeah, sorry about that. That was not planned for. Actually, as you look at, I'm looking. I'll take his off. Tell you what, those magnets are good. When it sticks, I had you sitting on the drill template. And it's 10 mils steel, and the magnets like that to stick to. But as you may be able to see, you're looking along the door, the rails that go in the internal structure of the door. Never seen that before. Not like that, I haven't. Right, anyway, I might close the door. It's a bit breezy and a bit cool. So, loud noise. Yep, that's latched. Right, so what we'll do is we'll prise the ply off. The beauty is I don't have to worry about the finish, because it's going to be sanded and painted and what have you. So I don't have to worry about the finish. I'll get rid of that, those two holes. Hopefully the ply that I've got, the plywood in the back of the van, might be Ooh, it might be thick enough. Just getting the tape measure, a bit of a measure. What do we got here? Might be. That's only 4mm. Is that right? Anyway, yeah. So we're going to just gingerly take the plywood off and glue and screw the new one on. No, not screw. Glue and maybe tack. Maybe not even tack. Might be just, if I put some timbers down and support it well enough, I might be able to just glue and put some weights on it. Yeah. Rightio. I will start this, as I don't think you need to watch me cursing and swearing trying to get this ply off. So I'll get back to you once we've done a little bit more. Possibly once we've finished it and I can get on to assembling this. Rightio. I'll see you and I'll leave you alone. Okay. See you later now. Bye.